What's going down, Pugilism Planet? What's going down? What is going down? Y'all see the fight last night? Lomachenko, Kambosos. I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to come on in though. Another day, another fight, right? Hope everybody's having a great day today, though. You know, and we got a lot to talk about. I just released a video about Lomachenko. Then I had to release one on an interview I saw with Steve Cunningham, who came up from cruiserweight to give Tyson Fury one of his toughest fights. So there were some things I forgot to mention. So I thought I'd chop it up with you guys. And fight week is right up on us, y'all. I believe Lennox Lewis is predicting Tyson Fury to win on points. Lennox Lewis, my favorite heavyweight of all time, but I disagree with them here. I think Usyk's got this, you know. But like I said, I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to come on in. 1 second, y'all. Emmanuel Broderick, shout out to you, man. Thanks for tuning in. He says, I have Usyk beating Fury, my gut feeling. Yeah, that's what I'm going on too, you know. When a fight's that close, you kind of got to go with your gut. You know what I mean? Salute Vaughn Scott in the building. He says, salute, Mr. Roos. What's up with y'all, man? Y'all catch the Lomachenko fight? Lomachenko, people thought he fell off. He's like, nah, don't write me off. Do not write me off. 1 second again, y'all. Emmanuel says Usyk has been in more tough battles than Fury, and he's a more proven fighter. Fury's always takes easy fights. TS Boxing, salute to you. Charlene, salute to you. Um, well, I don't know. That's a tough one. You might have a point. I got to think about that one. I know that of course, we know that Usyk fought AJ twice, and who did he first fight? His first fight in heavyweight was against Witherspoon, not Tim Witherspoon. Ron Scott says, how many people wanted to fight Wilder? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, man. Steve Cunningham was saying some stuff. If you guys haven't seen the interview that Steve Cunningham had talking about the Fury Usyk fight. He was saying, like I said, it would be a split decision, but he also said something that I didn't say, and I forgot to mention this in the video that I posted. Wow, really? 1 second. Back, y'all. But he said something that I forgot to say, and that is what is going on with the live stream. But the thing that he said that I forgot to mention was, well, it's not that I forgot to. Yeah, I forgot to mention it. But he was saying that it's either going to be a split decision or he believes Tyson Fury will be disqualified for dirty tactics. He kept referring to when Tyson Fury had him on the rope with the elbow and or the forearm, and then punished him for it. But I don't think it'll be a disqualification. I think it'll be either a draw or it will be a split decision for Alexander Usyk. Now, if Usyk or Tyson Fury can somehow knock somebody out, man. Tia's Boxing says Michael Hunter when he moved up to heavyweight. Oh, I think you guys are talking in the chat. What happened to Michael Hunter? He just seemed to, I don't know. I don't know what's up with Michael Hunter. He had that fight recently. We found out it was an exhibition apparently because his loss didn't show up on BoxRec. So people were like, it's like that fight never happened. Found out it was an exhibition. That's why it's not on BoxRec. I don't know why he's holding exhibitions in Russia. I mean, he must. I don't know. Maybe the bread was nice. But Steve Cunningham was saying it would probably be a disqualification or it would be Usyk on a split decision. And he said something else that I said a long time ago. Emmanuel said someone's O has got to go. Yeah, someone's zero has got to vacate the premises. Absolutely. Absolutely. Might be a draw. Yeah. Yeah, if Usyk doesn't get a split decision, I think it will be a draw. But Steve Cunningham was picking Usyk for another reason. He said that besides saying that Usyk was a better version of himself, which was extremely humble to say, not sure if I ever heard a fighter say that. Definitely not an active fighter. But he was saying that when a fighter, I forget who told him that, it was a trainer. What was his name? Some good fights on the card as well. You have to check out the undercard. I have to see who's fighting on there. But he said when a fighter, he was told this and he couldn't agree more, and I couldn't agree more with this statement that when a fighter says, well, I'm not going to fight you unless I get paid 200 million, 500 million or whatever, that means you don't want to fight. And so I guess that's another reason that Cunningham was picking Usyk to beat Fury because didn't Fury say at some point he needed like a whole big, gigantic bag of money to fight Usyk? And that's like, well, you're not going to get that. So, man, if this thing. Anyway, got this. It's hot in here. The AC on. I got a fan on. Got like 2 fans. Normally 3 fans and AC. That's how hot it is. The last time Fury fought, a notable name was 9 years ago against Klitschko. Fury is full of fiction. Never says the same story twice. Interesting point you make about Fury. When you watch his interviews, I notice interviewers catch him in different moods. Sometimes he's in a good mood, and sometimes he's not. So you can kind of tell, okay, this is going to be a rough interview if he's kind of a bit frustrated. Charlene says, "Are you going live for it?" I certainly hope so. I certainly hope to go live for it. And if I do so, I'll post it up ahead of time. And I hope y'all join me and tell a friend and bring them all in. Yeah, I would like to go live for that. It's not on the zone, is it? So I'm guessing maybe ESPN. One time, Usyk is, what does that say? One time Usyk is useless. The next he's a great. Take no heed to what Fury says. I don't know if Fury does that on purpose. Like if he just says a bunch of things and makes a word salad and leaves it up to you to find the tomatoes in the salad, but he just say a bunch of different things. I don't know if that's to confuse the public, his opponent, or confuse all of us. But yeah, he'll say one thing 1 minute, he'll retire, and then next thing he's not retiring. So it's kind of hard to decipher what he's trying to say sometimes, or what his mind state is behind making those statements. You're like, what are you trying to say here, Fury? Like, if you say your opponent is very good, that makes you look even better if you win. So why not big him up? If you say your opponent's not good and you go in there and blast him, would be like, well, you said he wasn't good and you proved it. Charlene says, did you watch the McDermott versus Fury fight? Yeah, oh, I still didn't watch that. Meant to watch that and it slipped my mind. I had so much going on the last couple of days, it slipped my mind, but I will catch it. Thanks for reminding me. Charlene in the building. Are you Charlene Tilton by any means from Dallas? Adoray says, Jay Roos, salute. Salute to you, homie. Thanks for tuning in. We're just talking about what Steve Cunningham had to say about his fight with Tyson Fury and what he thinks is going to happen. Talking a little Lomachenko, Kambosos Jr. People had pretty much written Lomachenko off, and he said last night, pretty much, not so fast. Not so fast. People are quick to write you off in boxing. You have like one or two performances that they thought you should look better in, and next thing they're talking about, you're garbage and you suck and you should retire. And Lomachenko's like, nah, I'm going to make a statement tonight, put some respect on my name. So Lomachenko was just, man, stop Kambosos with a body shot, man. Put him down with a body shot. Special case, salute to you. Fury says they're useless when you don't want to fight them. Yeah, it kind of does seem like that. Like, if you don't want to fight somebody, like, oh, they're not worth my time, or they're trash. Like, okay, well, the public wants to see it, so make it happen, Fury. Make it happen. We'll decide if they're trash or not. Don't tell us. Fury does a whole lot of talking, man. I wish he'd just be more active in the ring. I mean, he can be a funny guy and stuff, but let's get more fights in the ring. I understand that Ryan Garcia is calling out Errol Spence. I believe he says that Derrick James told him some things about Errol, and I think they feel that they can stop Errol Spence right now based off of what they know. So I think they're going back and forth on social media. I don't know what's going on. I know some funny business involving Ryan Garcia's test results. I'm not buying that one bit. These results come out this late? Nah. When people say a big good fighter beats the little good fighter, in my head, I'm thinking it depends on how good the big guy is. That's very true, because Mike Tyson fought some good big guys and he beat most of them. So did Evander Holyfield. So that only applies if the big guy is good. You make a great point. It's not just across the board. If you're bigger, you automatically beat the smaller guy. Nah, we've all seen smaller guys beat up bigger guys, whether the street or the ring. Who wins, Jermaine Franklin versus Joe Joyce? I got Joe Joyce winning that. Uh, both of them got great chins. I just don't know how easily Jermaine will want to mix it up once he feels the jab of Joyce. Why are they supposed to fight, or is that just a fight you were thinking about? Because I hadn't heard about that. That would be interesting, though. Both guys could get back in the mix with a victory. The battle of the chins, huh? But Ryan Garcia versus Errol Spence. That would be interesting to watch. Emmanuel Broderick says, I like your t shirt, Hulk mode on. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Speaking of the Incredible Hulk, I knew Rick Drayson, who had a show on YouTube. He passed away, unfortunately, about 2, 3 years ago, but he was a bodybuilder. He was Arnold Schwarzenegger's training buddy back in the day, Gold's Gym in Venice, and he was the middle Hulk. If you ever watched the TV show The Incredible Hulk, starring Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno, while the Hulk was transforming, they had a middle Hulk sometimes, and Rick Drayson was the middle Hulk. So that's a little fun fact for y'all. Rick Drayson had a great show about bodybuilding and all that, man. Real humble, nice guy. He says, Emmanuel says, Hulk beats all the superheroes. I just don't like when I hear, I didn't like the movie Hulks. The TV show was way better. And I hate when they have the Hulk talking cartoons like, Hulk mad. Hulk was like, no, no, you can't talk. Denise Ward's in the building, says, good afternoon, Jay Roos. Hey, I appreciate that. Shout out to you. I appreciate you coming through. And friends on Facebook, too. If you guys want to follow me on IG, it's Jonathan Roos 619. Follow me, I will follow you, Bizak. Quan, big guns with the big guns. What's up, Jay Roos? What's up to you, man? What's up? Speaking of your last name, how did Drake's mansion get shot up in Canada? Canada. I'm not buying that either. A mansion in Canada? Doesn't Canada have strict gun laws? Like, dude, there's a lot of nonsense going on. Kendrick Lamar and Drake, I heard all their diss songs. They were all trash to me. Rick Ross's was trash. And I just heard the game go at Rick Ross, and the game had the best one out of all of them. The game went in. He knows how to make diss songs. None of them diss songs was hitting. Emmanuel says, I wonder how Fury will deal with the angles of Usyk. I think he's going to try to put his weight on Usyk to slow that down. I think he's going to do the Klitschko, the 1-2 and hold, try to weaken them legs so Usyk can't be as mobile. That's what I think. And he's going to try to go the body, but he has to be careful because he's so tall. If he dips down, Usyk's going to try to counter with that, like I said before. But, we will soon find out. It's upon us. I don't think anybody's pulling out this close to the fight. Loma stopping Cambosa shows Haney has no power. And Haney's not. I thought when Haney moved up in weight that he would start hurting people, but Ryan Garcia just showed not happening. And I'm still giving Ryan Garcia credit for that win. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not buying the whole whatever was in his bloodstream. Nah, not buying it. I still think Usyk beats that fraud Fury. You think Fury's a fraud, huh? I like Fury, man. Get up again. Shout out to you. Says Usyk will beat Fury via a stoppage, and or Fury will get disqualified for using rough tactics. I do not see how Fury beats Usyk when you break it all down. I feel you on that one, man. I feel you. I feel you. I think Usyk is just a hard guy to deal with, man. He might look beatable to some guys just watching him, but once they're in there with him, they're like, oh wow, man, this guy's got some energy. Emmanuel says I can see Usyk stopping Fury, but not like a highlight reel though. Oh, not like a highlight reel KO. Oh, you mean just something that's not real dramatic, just stopping him? It can happen. Um, like Stephen Cunningham said too, Usyk has power. People don't really look at it that way. Shout out to Coach James Bashir. He was saying how he's held the pads for Usyk, and Usyk's power is underrated. Now, what prevents Usyk from knocking a lot of guys out is he doesn't really sit down on his punches. He's busy moving and trying to tag you with something. But if he really sat down on his punches, he could cause a lot of these heavyweights problems. And he might be saving that for this Fury fight. He might be like, you know what? I'm gonna do something Fury doesn't expect. I'm gonna sit down on a couple punches and see how he responds, since he knows Fury is prone to kissing the canvas. Um, if Fury does knock Usyk down, I do believe though it'll be from either an uppercut or a body shot. I don't think he'll knock him down from like a overhand right or anything like that. Could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Fury might take an injury mid fight or fake an injury mid fight once he realizes he can't beat Usyk, so that he gets a good excuse. I'll be like, oh man, my, you guys remember that Bobby Chess fight against Holyfield where he faked that injury, or his corner did for him? If not, go back and watch Bobby Ches versus Evander Holyfield. It was the night on the same card as Lennox Lewis, Ray Mercer, Tim Witherspoon, Jorge Luis Gonzalez. I had a dream that Usyk beats Tyson Fury via TKO in round nine. Tyson's Fury's cut opened up again, and Fury used dirty tactics and had a point taken away. After that it got stopped on a controversial TKO. Wow, that's some dream, man. Wouldn't that be interesting if it happened like that? Wow. Charlene says, I think Usyk will go foul. Wow. I hope not. I certainly hope not. I got Fury by the seventh round. Wow, seventh round. You think he's going to stop Usyk, huh? You might be right. Usyk knows he will need some knockdowns in this fight, so I expect him to sit on his punches more than he usually does. Watch out for the overhand right from Usyk. Yeah, yeah, I think both guys might try something different. I'm hoping Fury doesn't try that southpaw stuff though. Emmanuel says I've been seeing everyone pick Fury to win on YouTube, so I'll pick Usyk. I think he will shock the world again. Yeah, I think Usyk. I think he's going to shock the world and then call it a day. I don't know if he's going to actually follow through with the rematch should he win. So we'll see, man. I think Usyk will sustain a lot of accumulative damage like Wilder and Chisora. Yeah, he'll probably get touched up. You know, even in his first fight with AJ, his face looked pretty battered. It looked more beat up than Joshua's actually. So yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Fury could win this, y'all. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just feel that Usyk will pull it out. But it's a pretty tough fight to call. Both guys are pretty evenly matched. It's just, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. If you're putting money on it, I know you'll be biting your nails during the fight. Special cases boxing needs Usyk to win. No more Fury BS. Doesn't BS stand for Bomb Squad? Get up again says, mark my words, Usyk is beating Fury by TKO. And the TKO ain't for Turbo, Kelly, and Ozone. Shout out to the crew of Breaking, 40-year anniversary to Breaking, TKO. If y'all don't know about that, go watch the dance movie Breaking from 1984. But Get Up Again is talking about a technical knockout, not Turbo, Kelly, Ozone, the break dancers from Breaking. Y'all don't know nothing about that. 1984, Breaking. Ice-T's first movie, actually. Oh, he's in that documentary Breaking and Entering, but that's not a movie. Lomachenko is actually like a smaller version of Alexander Usyk, and I'm pretty sure Usyk was watching that fight last night with Kambosos and Lomachenko, and that probably inspired him. So he'll be extra inspired going in there. Emmanuel says, I think Usyk will win also because Usyk has been wanting undisputed more than Fury has, and every time the fight gets postponed, it's always Fury's fault. Great point. Usually, the guy that's chasing the other guy, the one that wants it more, usually wins. Lennox Lewis chased Evander Holyfield for the longest, chased Mike Tyson for the longest, and he beat both guys. And I don't care what anyone says, Lewis won both of those fights with Evander Real Deal Holyfield. That first fight was definitely not a draw. Definitely not. So, yeah, the guy that usually chases the other guy or wants it more usually wins. Crawford Spence. One of my favorite fighters, Terrence Crawford. Anybody hating on Terrence Crawford? I don't know what you're talking about. Like some Canelo fanboys. Oh, Crawford is too small. He got knocked down by lesser guys. Terrence Crawford dominates everybody. Everybody. And he's used to fighting bigger guys. In his own words, he could hardly find sparring in his weight class because he's hitting so hard. And he's walking around at 180. He's not going to look like the smaller guy fighting Canelo. I'm all over the place. I just like talking boxing with y'all. Look for my interview I got coming next month with Alonzo Williams of the World Class Wrecking Crew. Not a. We might talk a little boxing, but you know, the song "Turn Out the Lights." That was his group. Boys in the Hood was written at his house or recorded at his house, I should say. And he knew all them dudes, Dr. Dre, Q, all them dudes when they were growing up. So I got an interview coming with Alonzo Williams. Shout out to Dusty Vision TV for making that happen. I wasn't really shocked when Inouye got dropped because he sometimes pulls his guard down. Oh, he got dropped in that last fight? Did he really? I didn't see that. I did not see that. I'm gonna have to check that out. Denise Ward says looking forward to that interview. Oh, I appreciate that, Denise. Yeah, check that out. We're gonna talk about the origins of West Coast rap. What's going on? What's wrong with the music game? And Alonzo's a deep guy, man. Deep guy. Teddy Pendergrass, turn off the lights. Yeah, that I forgot. Yeah, that's another turn off the lights. I think even Charlie Wilson is a turn off the lights. Yeah, man. But I'm looking forward to that interview with Alonzo Williams because I was in the rap game for a long time, not on the underground level. It was in the first round. Oh, it was in the first round? Wow. I'm gonna have to see that. Denise Ward says yes, he was dropped. Boxing needs Usyk to win. Yeah, if Usyk wins, man, I think that'll show that some of these tall basketball NBA heavyweights aren't dominant like people thought they were going to dominate. When a guy that's 6'3" coming up from cruiserweight comes in there and cleans out the division, or at least the top guys. Fury coming out to the snake by AJ Wilson. He gonna he gonna eat the rabbit. Yeah, I wonder what music they are gonna come out to. Quan Big Gun says, "I agree with you, Roos. I think um, Terrence Crawford beats Canelo. Yeah, I do too, man. Canelo's a great fighter. I think that Crawford just has too many different looks for Canelo. Canelo doesn't do well with fighters that are too like I don't say ring IQ, but has too many tricks in the bag. I don't think he does too well against fighters like that. He does better against fighters that are kind of basic. So Terrence Crawford is far from basic, and he's the physical strength of Terrence Crawford, if you haven't heard, is ridiculous. Terrence Crawford is a physical, just strong man, very strong. Canelo is not stopping fighters no more. He's going to decisions. It's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. You know, when everybody's talking about Canelo's too strong for Crawford, I don't know. Well, I do know. Crawford is stopping people. Canelo, not so much. So that's a great point, Quan. Vaughn Scott says, "You think Crawford may lose speed at a higher weight?" No, I don't really think so. He might get more fatigued once he throws a combo, but I don't think he'll slow down because if he's walking around at 180, he's used to training at a higher weight. He only drops real low when it's actual fight time. So I don't think he'll lose any speed. Not at all. You just kind of got to watch your fatigue levels, though, because you're carrying around more weight. So more weight means you can possibly burn out faster. I wonder what happened to the Crawford Spence fight. It's like that's not even being talked about no more. I guess Spence is like, shoot, no, I ain't getting back in the ring with Terrence Crawford. Crawford would beat Canelo. I want that fight to happen. Yeah, I've been wanting that for a while too, Denise. I've been wanting that fight for a good minute, and it actually may happen now because Prince Turkey, what he wants over there, what fights he wants to see, he makes it happen. He opens his wallet and be like, "Hey, what you guys need? I got you. Just come over here. I'll make the fight happen." I've been wanting that fight for a long time. If the fight is very close and it goes to the cards, we know the judges are going to give it to Tyson Fury because the Saudis and Turkey are closer to him than Usyk. Final reason is the Joshua fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I hope there's no funny business because I hope they realize technology is really great now and we can zero in and see things that look shady and the world is watching. So don't do any funny business. Let the winner win. No cheating. Special case that everyone is forgetting about Sanchez versus Caballero. Oh, wow. Yeah, I forgot about that fight. I kind of think Caballero might pull it out. I think he might pull it out. Who you got, Special K? I like both fighters. I just think Caballero's confidence after beating Makhmudov, I think that really helped his confidence. Spence doesn't want that work with Crawford at this point. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I think Spence is like, nah, I'm good. That ship has sailed. I think he'd rather fight Derrick James right now than Terrence Crawford. So that's why Usyk has to go for the stoppage if the opportunity is there. Absolutely, if the opportunity is there, you take it. If you see you wobble Fury, don't hold back. Go in for the stoppage. And it's going to be hard to keep Fury down because, as I've said many times, when Fury hits the canvas, he just looks around like, "Yo, I've been here before. You know the routine. Get back up." So Usyk's going to have to just. Usually, if you throw a bunch of punches when somebody's hurt, the ref will stop it, even if they're not landing. The ref gets caught up in the moment, the cheering of the crowd, and they start thinking, "Oh, he's really in trouble." And they stop it and they look at the replay and you see the dude only landed two punches out of the whole 20 punch combo. You're like, wow, that was a bad stoppage. So, like I said, if you throw a lot of punches when a guy is hurt, the ref will usually step in and stop it. Fury has a higher KO percentage. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. But he can still be hurt. Both guys can hurt each other. It just, it's going to have to be, I think, a punch that neither guy sees coming, you know. And I think that's what happened with Cunningham lit Tyson Fury up and knocked him down. I don't think Fury saw that coming. It was kind of a wild overhand right, and just he went down hard because both guys are so aware of each other that it's going to be hard to catch one another with a blow they don't see coming because they're going to be so cautious of getting caught with anything. But it can happen in a serious exchange of punches. But who you guys got in the Miller versus Ruiz fight? You got Jarrell Big Baby Miller or you got Ruiz? Quan says, I hope Miller KOs Ruiz. It's such a hard fight to pick because Ruiz hasn't had a fight in what about 2 years. I'm going for Ruiz though because me and Ruiz follow the same creator, so I'm going for Ruiz. So don't let me down, Andy. Hope you had a good vacation, but vacation time is over. I have a feeling Turkey, so he turns. I hope not, Charlene. In favor Sanchez, I think that also sometime. So Sanchez is the favorite, Special K. Wow. Yeah, I mean he probably has the better. I think he's been more active than Caballero. So yeah, Emmanuel says um, even I say Usyk is going to win, it's not a very confident pick as there's so many scenarios that could happen in that. Yeah, that's true. Very true. It's hard to pick. Hard to pick. That's what makes this fight so interesting. Denise Ward says these layoffs are killing the sport. Yeah, the layoffs are trash, man. I don't understand that. If these fighters stop getting paid so much, I guarantee more fights would happen because they got to pay bills. Is Miller still? Yeah, as far as I know, went over to Saudi Arabia and lost his mind. Bon Scott says it's gonna be Imagine Wu versus the Pill. Who's the be like? Oh, wait, let me. What does that say? Be like Majin Buu versus the Pillsbury. I don't even know who the first guy is. Get up against his Usyk will win for sure. Chet Perry in the building was good. Jay Roos, did Miller ever explain what the deal was with him in that car in Florida? Nah, I haven't heard no explanations other than don't believe everything you hear or don't believe everything you read. But I ain't heard no proper reason for that little debacle. I try to stay out of people's personal business, but sometimes these fighters do things that affect their career, so it's like you have to talk about it. Fury will become aggressive in round 6. but that will work against him. Oh, wow. Do you know something we don't know? Have you seen the script? I wonder how Fury would react if he lost to Usyk. Well, if he loses on points, he'll probably say the judges were on meth. If he gets knocked out, I don't think he'll do the Deontay Wilder and start talking about, his water was spiked. I think he'll just give him props and say, let's run it back. I think Fury will do the honorable thing because he knows a lot of the public are already mad at him for taking so long to fight Usyk. So if he fights him and loses, people really and makes an excuse, people will be like, man, stop. So I think he knows better than that. And John Fury too better not come out with no excuses. None of the Furies. How many Furies is there? It's like 300 Furies. That movie 300. We could do one about the Furies and call it 300. As long as he doesn't do what AJ did. Oh, you mean about throwing the belts? I didn't have a problem with that, unlike most people. You know how AJ acted. I thought it showed passion because people kept saying, "Oh, AJ lost his hunger," but AJ showed he was hungry. He was crying. He's throwing belts out the ring. I didn't have a problem with it. A lot of people did, though. It wasn't the best sportsmanship, but it showed passion. Tyson floors Usyk for sure. Jay says, "Shout out to you, Jay. Hey, man, it might happen. It might happen." Shout out to you, Jay. Thanks for tuning in. Mr. Flash says Usyk been in there with more physically imposing guys. Pillow Fist Fury in for a long night. Compare their resumes from amateurs to the pros. Not comparable. And that's a nice point, man. That's a nice point. Usyk already fought Joe Joyce in the amateurs, and Joe Joyce is way bigger than Usyk in terms of weight too. Tommy Fury is the worst Fury. He doesn't even fight. At least he beat Jake Paul, which I said he would do. So now Jake Paul's about to get knocked out by Iron Mike Tyson. I saw Jake Paul's at 230. It's not gonna matter. That means he's gonna be easier to hit at 230. So he might want to come down to 215. I don't think Jake's used to carrying no 230. Bon Scott says, who knows if he goes down to a body shot, another ref might give him a 10 count. Yeah, these refs, man. These refs are very interesting. Hope no payola's going on with these refs, man. They have to check these bank accounts before and after the fight and be like, hey, man, you got some unusual activity in your bank account, Mr. Referee. Please explain. Press conference for the referee. You done messed up, don't you? That's the G-rated version. I don't see Usyk going down to the body for some reason. Do you mean you don't see Usyk going down from a body shot, or do you mean you don't see Usyk going to Tyson Fury's body much? I just know. I just know that Fury was telling AJ to go to Usyk's body, so he'll probably try the same thing. Adore says Ika Ibuchi wants to make a comeback to boxing to become heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, man, I still think Ike can damage some people. I know people like to say he's too old, but I ain't buying it. I think Ike can do whatever Ike wants to do. He's still in shape too. Really think Usyk will try to stop Fury. We all know they want to make the mega fight of AJ versus Fury. If the fight is close, they're going to give Fury the nod, just like Ngannou Usyk knows what time it is. That's what I mean. I don't want to see no funny business. The guy that wins in the ring should win on the cards if it goes the distance. I don't want to see any, body shot knocks Usyk down and they say it was low, or I don't want to see Fury get cheated. I don't want to see Usyk get cheated. I want a fair and square fight. Um, he went to the body against Bellew, then upstairs for the KO. Yeah, he put Tony down hard, hard. Adore says Ike versus Luis Ortiz. I got Ike easily. I think Ike knocks out Ortiz in like 4 rounds. Even now, I don't see Usyk going down in a body shot because Fury isn't a body puncher. I know he's working on it though. I know Fury's working on that. At least he told AJ to do it. So I don't know, man. It might be too obvious for Fury to try to do that though. He's gonna have to try to mask it if he does. If Usyk is publicly robbed, then I think Saudi boxing will be greatly damaged. People know Fury is favored by Turkey. That's what I'm saying. The world is watching, so if they do any funny business, that's going to really taint all the big fights that Prince Turkey's put on. And be like, man, this was not right. This had fix written all over it. So yeah, they just have to let things play out the way they play out. I don't want to see no garbage decisions. No garbage decisions. Tony's reviews in the building, y'all. Shout out to my fellow weightlifter and push-ups and Tony's reviews. Swole dude. Go subscribe to Tony's reviews. He said, I don't trust anything that Steve says when it comes to Fury. The dude has been crying and hating on Fury ever since he got KO'd by Fury. I think Steve is just mad that he got that forearm to the face and then knocked out. But hey, he shouldn't really complain about that. It's a rough sport. You're gonna get head butted, you're gonna get hit low. You just gotta deal with it. You know the dude cheated. Hey, get up and do it back to him if you have to. But yeah, I just don't want to hear somebody sitting there crying about, oh well, he did this and that. So I understand your point, man. What if heavyweight undisputed becomes a draw? It could. I thought of that way back. I was thinking this might be a draw, and that's not satisfying to anybody watching. I know Prince Turkey's not wouldn't be satisfied with that. We want a clear winner. I don't really want a rematch unless the fight is really close. If it's not that close, I don't want a rematch. Who you guys got, Zhang or Wilder? I got Zhang. I want Wilder to win, but I got Zhang. Charlene said if they cheat Usyk, Fury's post will be full of Ukrainian flags. Charlene with the great sense of humor. Emmanuel says, "Who do you think has more heart, Fury or Usyk?" Ooh, I think it's about even. I think it's about even. That's what makes this fight so tough. Fury gets up off the canvas and brought himself back from depression. So Fury's heart is probably his best weapon. Besides that jab. But that's a great question. Yeah, and Usyk, going to war for his country and coming up from cruiserweight, both guys got heart. Now I say hearts make fights. Special cases, Fury cheated against Cunningham, plain and simple. He has form when it comes to dirty tactics. And Fury gave Ngannou that nice little elbow, too, that didn't even startle Ngannou. Makes you wonder how hard AJ's hitting. If Fury hit Ngannou with an elbow and Ngannou's just like, oh, what's up? Oh, that's what you're doing? And then AJ just comes out one punch, bloop, and it's over. It's like, wow. Is the power difference that great between AJ and Fury? And I always say it's the punches you don't see coming that hurt you, but Ngannou had to see that last overhand right coming because AJ didn't even hide it. He's just like, okay, here it comes. He might as well announce it. I'm about to hit you with a right. Ready? All right. Boom. Okay. Where's the showers at? So, wow. That makes me really want to see AJ and Fury. I definitely favor AJ if he sticks with Ben Davison. If he sticks with Ben Davison, I definitely pick AJ over Tyson Fury. I think AJ is the most dangerous heavyweight right now. Fury makes me laugh when he keeps saying, "No man born from his mother can beat him." Yeah, yeah, that's always hilarious. He sounds like some Roman gladiator when he says that. Who wins, Anthony Joshua versus Mike? Oh, Mike Anthony Joshua destroys Michael Hunter. Destroys 3 rounds tops. I'm just not impressed by Michael Hunter. He does great I'm more impressed with his interviews than his actual boxing, and he never looks like he's in that great of a shape either. Um, he's been right so far though. Bon Scott. Bon Scott from Scotland, y'all. But yeah, I think Joshua would blast Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter has to do something impressive to get his name like really out there, and I'm sure he wants some of this money that Saudi Arabia is putting out there. So he's got to look spectacular, man. Because Prince Turkey wants to see some great fights. He ain't trying to see no lackluster stuff at all. The home of the world's strongest man, Scotland. That's right. You mean Scotland, California, right? You're talking about me, right? No, I'm sorry. So Scotland's got the world's strongest man. I used to watch those on ESPN back in the day. Tom Stoltman. Oh, okay, that's his name. I'm gonna have to check him out. Have to check him out. Tony's review says Fury will retire once he beats AJ. He won't rematch or fight AJ, and if he beats Usyk, there ain't a legacy need. Like it or not, Fury is going to introduce the middleweight to heavyweight boxing. So Tony's reviews is saying what I usually say about there's weight divisions for a reason. I just think Usyk is a special fighter. Fury's a special fighter too, but I just think Usyk just it's hard fighting them cruiserweights, man. They're just a different. They're a different. They're just hard. And then he's left-handed too. Who would win? Yeah, blah, blah, versus Joe Joyce. Probably the other guy. Joe Joyce. I don't. I think Joe Joyce has been. I don't know if he's quite the same dude after that knockout he took from Zhang. I have to see a little more of Joyce before I start talking about his chin is granted anymore. Because Zhang was like, "Nah, I'm gonna show you how tough Mr. Joyce's chin is." Mr. Joseph Joyce. Scotland equals woke capital of the world, worse than Canada. Wow, I did not know that. I bet they have the greatest man too. Man, so it's one of those, huh? So you were saying I should come over to Scotland, but now you're making me kind of wonder because politics, man. It's the bad thing about California right now is the politics. All these weird laws they're trying to pass. There's some weird stuff going on in the world, y'all. Y'all better get in the scriptures and pray. We invented England, sent all the something there and called it England. Drop that knowledge on them, Bond. Drop that knowledge on them. Just like the East Coast claims they started rap, but the West blew it up. And there's some debate if the East Coast really did start hip hop. Another topic. I'm gonna ask Alonzo about that. Some people on the West Coast don't believe New York started rap. So I'm asking Lonzo about that when I get him on the show. Scotland invented rap. It was called flighting. Really? Really? Tony's review says Usyk went life or death with Chisora and sat on the canvas for 8 hours against Triple D. These dudes are not comparable. People just overhype Usyk because of him beating a malnutrition age. He said he sat on the canvas for 8 hours. Yeah, he was chilling for a minute, man. I was like, get up, dude. Referee, like, you need any more time? Would you like some Lunchables while you're down there? Oh, I got some orange juice right here. Like that referee was like doing the most. He was catering to Usyk. Yeah, I don't want to see no more acting jobs, Usyk. If you go down, just deal with it and get back up, man. You're not trying to win an Oscar here. He sat down for 8 hours. Referee nearly gave Usyk a pillow and a good book. Yeah, basically. Yeah, like, do you need anything? Yeah, what can I get you? You all right there? Oh, you'll be all right. You can do it. Besides, I bet on you now. He said orange juice. Yeah, he was like, he was doing everything, man. That was the same ref too in the AJ Usyk 2 fight too. Same ref. Matter of fact, do you guys know who the ref is for this Usyk Fury fight? Because if it's that dude, I'm gonna be like, no, no. Special cases. Fury went life and death with Waleed. Fury goes life and death with half his opponents. He was still recovering from the fake virus in that Chisora fight. I forgot about that. Tony says that ref was catering to Usyk like B was to Jay Z. Yeah, that ref was shady, man. Yeah, that ref was catering to Usyk like B was to Jay Z. I always wonder how's his name Jay Z when his name's Sean Carter? Shouldn't it be SC? Like I know he used to hang with Jazz O. Seemed like he's trying to copy his name. Bon Scott said that ref is the same one who claimed AJ low blowed Usyk as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That ref is janky for real, man. He should have his ref license revoked. It's too easy for a ref to bet on a fight and then do some funny business. They need to start investigating that. All a referee has to do is say, I'm going for whoever in the third round, and then make sure they stop the fight in the third round. First flurry of punches. Oh, that's it. It's over. Where's my check? Let's be honest. Both Fury and Usyk were not great in their last fights. Yeah, Usyk wasn't great in his last fight, and Fury definitely wasn't great in his last fight. So both guys got something to prove here. Both guys have something to prove. What's the pay per view price for this? Anybody know? Is it off the charts here in America anyway? I think our pay per view is higher than it is over in the UK. Fury will lose. Bellew, the AJ cup carrier, said so. He said the cup carrier. Adoration. The AJ. One thing you can say about Tony Bellew, he's like the Tony Yayo of G Unit. You know, no matter how 50 Cent does him, I saw a video where 50 Cent picked him up and threw him in the bushes. No matter what he does to Tony Yayo, that dude is loyal. So Tony Bellew is like Tony Yayo, and you know the loyalty's the same. He loves him some AJ. Tony's review says Jay-Z comes from Jay being known as Jazzy. He changed his name to hide the fact that he was getting jazzy with Yeah, I've heard about them Hollywood parties, man. Like Denzel said, if you had a Hollywood party, go home before 8. You don't want to walk into a random room, or you might see something. Well, I know for a fact you'll see something you don't want to see. Yeah, these Hollywood types do not go to parties if you don't have to, and if you have to, be there for like 5 minutes. Be like, oh, what's up, man? What's up? Oh, gotta go, man. But great seeing you. Have your people call mine. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back with you. Yeah, yeah. Weirdo. I'm out. Emmanuel says can't wait for show business commentary. I was wondering why Showbiz doesn't have his buddy on anymore. I used to like his homie that used to come on that talks about rap. Yeah, shout out to all the people going live for that fight. I still gotta find what network. I guess it's on ESPN out here. I wish it was on the Zone. I well, nah, doesn't really matter. I hope the broadcast team is up to par though. I hope we don't get some subpar broadcasting. Bring back Jim Lampley. He's still available. He still does his thing. He knows what he's talking about. Jim Lampley. Adore says, I miss HBO boxing very much. Yeah, same here, man. HBO home box office. Yeah. Yeah, I miss home box office. Yeah, man. They knew how to put on events. Every time Showbiz screams so loud, I always think the fighter I picked to win got knocked out, but it's just the fighter getting hit by a good shot and still there. They'll be like, "Oh, good right." Yeah, he gets hyped. Like box, shout out to Boxing Wave. He just posted a video. Some I think his top 10 reactions to fights. So shout out to all them dudes, man, putting in work, going live. Going live is not an easy thing, especially if you do a whole card. You got to sit there and talk for like 4 hours. I think Showbiz went 14 hours, and then YouTube took 3 of his hours for some reason. I think they were messing with Counterpunch too. So yeah, a heavyweight Grand Prix. Adore says they should make a heavyweight Grand Prix ultimate boxing 15-man tournament. I'm sure Mr. Turkey will listen to that and make it happen. Showbiz doing that radio commentary on YouTube. Man, Showbiz be having so many people in the chat. I don't even know how he reads them. He be having like 4,000 people. I'm like, how do you even read the comments, man? How many of you out there think Tyson Fury is going to get disqualified against Usyk? You think he's going to do something crazy, or do you think the fight will get stopped on a cut? I don't want to see a fight stopped on a cut. I'm sure Mr. Turkey is telling the referee, do not stop this fight on a cut, or you won't be doing any more of my events. We don't want to see that. Nah, man. Water break. Teddy Bruck shot in the building. Says you still going, homie? Good stuff. Yeah, I'm still going. Yeah, yay. I'm still in the building like the ceiling. Shout out to Teddy. I already said I always wanted to see Dillian White versus Jarrell Miller. I want to see that too. Prince Turkey, we want to see that. We want to see Jarrell Miller versus Dillian White. Make it happen, Mr. Turkey. Caught on late. Hey, you came through though, Teddy. That's what counts, man. You came through. So what it do? Vaughn Scott says, nah, Fury was cut badly against Waleem. It didn't affect the outcome. That's because of the referee. So the referee is very important in this fight. I want to see Usyk win and deny Fury of his rematch payback for Klitschko. That's funny. Loma did his work. Wow, yeah. Tony says the fight isn't going to get stopped by a cut. It's going to get stopped by Usyk on his butt. Usyk on his proverbial backside. Tony has spoken, y'all. He's got Fury. I got Usyk, Tony. Are you going to catch the Taylor Catterall fight? When is that? I know I had heard about it a while back. I'm not sure when that is. So, yeah, I'd like to catch it. Teddy says, and hit that like button too, y'all. It don't cost you nothing. Beat down the like button. Beat it like it stole something. Give it a good old West Coast beating. Vaughn Scott said bars. More bars than Alcatraz. More bars than Bourbon Street. Teddy says, I got Alex. Alex? Who are you referring to, Teddy? Oh, I got you. Josh Taylor, former undisputed light welterweight champion from Scotland and the first from the UK. From the first from the UK, huh? Oh, okay. A little bit of knowledge from Bon Scott. Are you talking about Usyk? Oh, you got Usyk too, huh, Teddy? Give it up, Teddy. Fist bump through the screen. Fist bump through the screen. I still got to do this StreamYard with y'all so I can bring y'all on and see your faces, hear your voices, and hopefully you guys can start some platforms on here. Y'all know a lot. A lot of boxing channels out there don't know jack, and they got tons of subscribers, tons of viewers, and they pick fights wrong. They don't know what they're looking at. Like, wow. Josh Taylor fought T.O. as well. Yeah. Yeah, T.O., man. I just saw a picture. He just was with Lennox Lewis in Vegas at like a convention, and Lennox Lewis had met T.O. when he was little. So it showed a picture of him when he was a little kid, and now he's a world champion fighter. So showed that picture when he was young with Lennox Lewis must have influenced him to get in the sport if he wasn't already in it. Teddy says, laugh out loud. I did it before you said it. I reached my fist. That's what's up, Teddy. The fist bump through the screen. Almost put a hole in my screen. You ever seen that movie High Anxiety? It's an old movie, but it's a comedy. They show the camera coming in slowly like this, and then it bumps the glass. It was like one of those kind of, it's like one of those kind of airplane movies or Naked Gun. Bon Scott said, blood, sweat, and tears. The fight gonna be raw. Usyk bringing the heat. Fury bringing the war. Bon Scott's getting me hyped, man. Bon Scott's getting me hyped for this fight, y'all. Shout out to my dude Boxing on the Edge too. I had him on. What was it, last Tuesday, I believe. So go subscribe to Boxing on the Edge. My UK mate now in New York, and he makes beats too. Go follow him on Instagram. The dude makes some nice beats, man. I got to jump on one of his tracks. Teddy says, where my wife Jada at? Yeah, I think she put out a video today. I might have to catch it. Yeah, go subscribe to Jada the Boxer, y'all. I was watching some of, she posted on Instagram. Go follow her on there too. She posted some of her little sparring sessions. I saw one where she was boxing a dude, and she actually looked better than the dude she was boxing. She like her movement and stuff. Yeah, she's a tough chick. Jada's tough, and I'm not talking about Jada Pinkett. Plenty of boxing channels out there with thousands of subscribers, but not many views and very few comments in the comment section. I think they bought subscribers. Wow, man, is that what's happening, man? Is that what's going on nowadays? That's what we're doing. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, that's why it's important for y'all to hit that thumbs up. It shows YouTube that you guys aren't bots, that you're real people. You have a voice, and yeah, the thumbs up is real important. It's important in the comments as well as under the video. So just beat down that like button with all your strength, y'all. Beat it down, beat it viciously too. Anything to win nowadays. Wow, that's sad. That is sad. Special cases, yeah, you can pay, but companies, you can pay bot companies to get subscriptions. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I forget what I was watching the other day. It was like a health channel, and they had like 1 million views with one comment. I'm like, how do you have, I don't know if they were deleting comments, but I was like, how do you have 1 million views with one comment? Like, I've never seen nothing like that. If you're gonna leave one comment, you might as well just erase that one because that looks one comment almost looks crazier than none. Lyrical assassin, a spitfire, no lie. Fury's the king of the ring. Watch him fly high. Wow. Watch him fly high. Somebody's going bye bye. Make you say my. On Scott up there dropping bars on y'all. Lyrical assassin coming through blasting. Severe fashion. Not Alan Alda, but a mashing. Y'all remember that show MASH? See, I'm showing my age, y'all, when I tell you the shows I grew up watching. I still say the best show of all time was Dallas, period. Best actors, best scripts, J.R. Ewing, Bobby Ewing, Dallas, best show of all time. Best show of all time. I done watched the seasons probably 5, 6, 7 times. Got them all on DVD. Got the specials. Dallas, man. Theme song was epic. Everything was epic. Who Shot JR had the world like frozen, waiting to see what happened. Fury was flying high. It is Monday. Monday is the Monday. Monday is the deadline. Monday. Just like I always hear Tommy Fury say, 100%. 100%. Isn't one of the Furies on the undercard? Because I heard somebody say that some Fury's moving up from cruiserweight to heavyweight. Chet Perry says Sopranos was better than Dallas. No way. No. 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 Dallas had, and then even when Dallas came back in 2012, when they just got a lot of twists and turns. They got, I don't like shows that are predictable. Speaking of great shows, go check out Tulsa King. I understand Stallone's working on that right now on Paramount Plus. Tulsa King is a nice cliffhanger. Best soap opera. Teddy says, yeah, for sure, man. I don't even call it a soap opera. Soap operas are kind of dark and corny. Dallas was just like at nighttime. It was just every Friday at 10 p.m. You was glued to the set for the whole hour. Oh man, $6 Million Man and Battlestar Galactica was the best shows of all time. Just don't watch them now because they haven't aged well. I got like 5 seasons of $6 Million Man on DVD. Man, Steve Austin. Yeah, man, that was the show, dude. $6 million man. Yeah, the one with the episode where they had the mask, the robots. Yeah, that the special effects was kind of suspect. I remember going to Universal Studios when I was a child, and they had like some of the tunnel that turned that the Bigfoot was in. That was in the episode of the $6 million man. I heard they were going to do a movie about that a while back, where Mark Wahlberg was supposed to play in it. I think they're doing the Fall Guy movie, another Lee Majors show. Fall Guy was out when I was like 10 years old or 11. Yeah, Usyk be like, King, you're looking for a way out. Buck Rogers, wow, man, I ain't seen Buck Rogers in years, man. Remember Jason of Star Command? Didn't that come on Saturday mornings? Mark Morris in the building says Anthony Joshua is in Saudi, will be ringside for the fight. I did not know that. So AJ will be in the building, huh? I guess AJ wants to see this up close and personal. I know he's got Usyk winning. Teddy Bruckshot says, I tried it, but Tulsa King, I couldn't stay with it. It got good, man, especially, I don't say good, but it got interesting, especially the way it ended, man. I just like Stallone, man. I'm a Stallone guy. El Adrian. El Paulie. Chet Perry said they should reboot it as a $6 billion man. Yeah, I think they have to, because a million nowadays wouldn't even get you a French fry. Yeah, so they're gonna have to the $6 billion man. Absolutely, inflation. Shout out to you, Chet Perry. Special cases that $6 million man intro is the best intro ever. Mark Wahlberg is all kinds of wrong for Steve Austin. Yeah, I don't know about Mark Wahlberg for that, but yeah, that intro was hard. My music producer in San Diego, in fact, had a rap that started off with the intro to $6 Million Man. Shout out to Steve Vicious up in Dago. Um, Teddy says, my whole was scared of the Spider Man with the big eyes TV show in the 80s. Oh man, you talking about yeah, I used to like that show. Some of it's on YouTube. It didn't stay on the air long. Spider Man would be, yeah, not the cartoon. I like that show, man. His eyes would flash when he get his spidey senses. Stallone was very believable in Tulsa King. Yeah, man, he just got, and I think he looks cool with the gray hair too. Like Stallone, it just like it goes well with his features, man. He just has that. He just looks like important. Like he walks in a room, it's like everybody's like, "Who's this guy?" El Paulie, El Adrian. I can't stop my hands from shaking. Hey, I just watched a clip of Stallone. He said he wrote a whole script for Creed 2 where it showed Drago working in factories and stuff like that, and they like trashed the script. I was like, how you guys gonna do that to the creator of Rocky? Like he greenlit you guys to even put Creed out. Ryan Coogler met with Stallone to even get the permission to put it out. He gives you the permission and then writes a script that I would have loved to sing or liked to sing, and you guys trash it. Like, no wonder he's like, I'm not doing another Creed. Like, because I've written a script too. It's hard to get it turned into a movie, but writing a script takes your creativity and it's a lot of work. Just the format, I didn't write it in the right format, so I got to change the format. But I didn't know you had to write in the script. Camera gets closer, camera pulls back. I was like, I thought they did all that. I didn't know I had to write that. But writing a script, when you write a script, you want it to be turned into something. You're not just doing it to be doing it. Remember the first time you saw a Cylon on Battlestar Galactica as a kid? It was scary. Then they talked. Did you ever go to Universal Studios out in the early '80s? They had the whole tour starts off where you go through the ship and they're shooting lasers, look like they're going right by your face. You can pull it up on YouTube. I don't know how they did it, but it looked like lasers were going right past your face. Seemed like the technology was advanced back, for the time. And I was like, how are they doing this? Bon Scott says, hated when they made the Cyclones human like. Didn't Battlestar Galactica come back? I know a show y'all don't remember. Wait for it. It was starring Patrick Duffy from Dallas, the man from Atlantis. What y'all know about that? The web fingers, the spores, the swimming like a dolphin. What y'all know about the man from Atlantis? I just went way back on y'all. I think that was like the late 70s. The late 70s. I don't know nothing about the man from Atlantis. Didn't stay on long, but I used to watch that show. Like, man, I used to jump in the swimming pool after the show in my apartment complex, going there pretending I was Patrick Duffy's character. I had a great imagination, y'all. I could play with my little toys. I'd have them boxing for hours. I just have them fighting for hours. And my Lego toys, action figures, would be. I put them in water, freeze them, put them in the freezer. I did my thizzle. Yep, remember well the dream. He was the man from Atlantis. Then got out the shower in Dallas. Oh man, I'm on that season now. I'm rewatching Dallas, the Dream season. That's when a lot of people left the show. They're like, man, really? But the writers didn't know how to bring Patrick Duffy back, so they're like, hey, we got to say that whole season was a dream. This is how it went. Good morning. Then you had to wait like 3 months to find out how Bobby Ewing was in the shower when he's supposed to have been killed. Man, Dallas, man. They'll never do it like that again. Everybody at my school tried to swim like the man from Atlantis. Yeah, I tried to do that too. It wasn't too successful. And he could talk to, remember, he could talk underwater and talk to the dolphins. Favorite American comedy when I was a kid was Soap. Man, I remember that. Benson was a spinoff from Soap. I used to like Benson with Robert Guillaume. Man, those are some classic shows, man. Oh, shout out to Damon Wilson who played Lamont on Sanford and Son. I inboxed him on Facebook and he got back to me, man. He's a follower of the Most High like me, so we're talking about the name Yeshua and Yah. So shout out to Damon Wilson, knows his stuff. Go check him out on Comedy Hype. Damon Wilson is no nonsense. When Fred used to call him a big dummy, he was far from a big dummy. He wrote a book in 1998 about all the stuff you're seeing right now going on in the news with the bad boy. He wrote about this stuff in 1998. Damon Wilson, go check him out. Seems like they tried to copy the Benson character with the butler in Fresh Prince. Yeah, just coming in with the smart little comments every now and then. what's that Fresh Prince show they tried to bring back where it's like serious called Bel Air? Like I never watched it. I didn't get the concept. Like they trying to turn Fresh Prince of Bel Air into something serious. I'm like, huh? Hollywood is clearly out of ideas. They're just trying to reboot stuff. Then they put out White Men Can't Jump again. Like I heard they would even try to redo Star Wars at some point. Like, no, stop. You don't touch you don't touch a classic like Star Wars with new actors. No one's gonna want to see that at all. I'm enjoying this talk about TV shows. We kind of drifted from boxing, but we pretty much covered it all. So yeah, I'm enjoying this TV talk, man. Remember the six? What was it called? The Bionic Woman, Lindsay Gray. Yeah, I think she was pretty hot. She had them big ankles too. She wasn't like a big girl, but she had some big ankles. Jamie Summers, yes, that was her. I used to like me some Jamie Summers, man. Charlene Tilton from Dallas. We call them cankles. Yeah, she had some cankles, man. For real. Maybe they were the bionic cankles while they were so big. They had to put them wires in there. Wow, I used to live, I think you meant love Land of the Giants. Mark Morris and the Land of the Giants. I'm thinking of, I don't remember that. I'm thinking of the Slee Stack. What was that? What was that show? I remember Lost in Space. What was the other show? I think I might know what you're talking about though. The original Lost in Space. Yeah, I used to have the little toy robot too, man. Man, that seems like that was a million years ago, man. It seems like I should be 100 years old right now when I think about back to that. Land of the Lost. Yeah, they had the crazy special effects. Like you saw somebody go down the waterfall, looked like it was a sink. Like them special effects was not George Lucas level at all. It used to be on right after Lost in Space. Yeah, those special effects back then, they really had to sell the story because the effects were like, this is way before CGI, y'all. Robbie the robot gonna be fruity now. They, oh yeah, you gotta, they're gonna throw that in. Yeah, they're gonna have it. That's what's wrong with TV and movies now. You can't just sit down and enjoy a show. It's got to be filled with agendas. Um, like you just be watching a scene, two guys fighting, and then next thing you know, it's two dudes kissing. You're like, what? Huh? Like, where'd that come from? They just throw it in there before you can change the channel. They're like, we're not gonna warn them because they might turn it, so we'll just throw it out. We'll just throw it in there before they can change the channel. Like, wow. So I'm no longer watching a show. I'm watching your agenda. And then it's no fun at that point. The new Sock'em Rock'em got them fighting with handbags. I tell you, man. If somebody told me back in the 80s and 70s that, when I grew up, the world's going to be like this, I'd have been like, please, I hope you're wrong. These agendas, man, it's like, stop, man. And I always say, like, they say you're born that way. If you're born that way, then let it happen naturally. You don't have to try to coach us into it. If you're born that way, stop trying to force it down our proverbial throats. No pun intended. The original Wonder Woman, Linda Carter. Oh yeah, she was pretty, man. Linda Carter was no joke, man. Even what's the blonde lady from Dynasty? I didn't like Dynasty, but the blonde lady from Dynasty from the Big Valley, she was pretty too. Victoria Principal from Dallas. Linda Gray played Sue Ellen. Man, Sue Ellen and JR had one of the most dysfunctional, realistic relationships or marriages I've ever seen in my life. In the UK, we have a show called DR, who everyone used to love it, but recently they made everyone gay and trans with rainbow flags everywhere, and it's a kid show. Oh wow, see that's what I'm not cool with. Leave the children alone. Stop trying to sexualize the children. That is not cool. Not cool at all. They're gonna pay for that someday. Sergeant Bilko. Wow, yeah, I remember that. Love that show and the one with Gomer Pyle. Oh yeah, yeah. Interesting you mentioned Gomer Pyle. Yeah, he rolled like that too, from what I understand. I think he was one of the few that admitted it though. Sparky in the building says, "Hey y'all, what's up to you, Sparky? Thanks for tuning in. We're just talking some. We were talking Fury Usyk and boxing, so you can take it there if you want. Right now, you're just talking some TV shows, kind of just a free for all right now. We all over the place. Gomer was smart. Y'all remember the Dick Van Dyke Show? There's another pretty woman, Mary Tyler Moore. In the script I had written, I had imagined certain actors playing in it. I had her playing in it, Jamie Foxx, Joe Pesci, Delroy Lindo, who I don't see too often anymore. Who else? Had Jay Leno with a cameo. So yeah. Oh, and what's her name? Who played Hillary on The Fresh Prince? Karen Parson. Let's hope the judges are fair for Fury Usyk. That's what I'm saying. Hope the judges are fair. I hope the referee is not the same ref for Usyk Triple D. I don't want to see that ref ever again. I don't want to see no janky judges. Just let whoever wins win. You know what I'm saying? But I've been on here a little over an hour and 30 minutes. So I guess I'll call it a day. Appreciate everybody that came through. Sparky says, "Have you done a fight breakdown for Fury Usyk?" Like a quick one, not a real in depth. I'll probably closer we get after the weigh-in. I'll probably save it for after the weigh-in so I can see how both guys look. But that's a great question. I'll probably save a real long, detailed one for after the weigh-in. Shout out to you, Sparky. Did you watch the Ray Bradbury thing? Who is Ray? I know that name, Ray Brad. Oh, theater. I sounds familiar. I know the name, but I can't. It doesn't ring a bell that I've seen it. But the Twilight show was awesome. Are you talking about the vampires? Oh, Twilight Zone. Yeah, I used to watch some of those. Also, what's his name? Albert Hitchcock had some weird shows. Tony's Review says, "Have a good day. Y'all go subscribe to my dude, Tony's Reviews. Go subscribe to him. Yeah, I'm going to get on out of here, y'all. Give me something to eat, you know. And I'm going to holler at y'all later. Go subscribe to my backup platform in WJ. Um, go check out the videos I did earlier about Steve Cunningham and Fury, ones I did about putting respect on Lomachenko's name. And shout out to everybody that came through. Appreciate y'all. LSR forever. That sounded terrible. There we go. Be fearless. Yeah. LSR forever.